Hey, welcome back to another video, boys and girls. So Tampa Bay fishing pre-storm was pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie. I hope you guys actually did very well through those storms. Some of the work that we've been doing, guys, I apologize for not putting out content at least regularly, long form content. We have been actually inundated with work, both the rentals and the main property. Not only that, but just our community and the neighbors. We've been doing a lot of help around the community, trying to get people's lives back to normal. Luckily for us, we didn't sustain as much damage as a lot of people around us. But regardless, it's been a very trying time for the community. So I hope you guys are all out there doing your part, trying to assist and aid people when possible. But anyways, today's video is actually going to be about gulp and how to find fish that are challenging to locate. Now, one method that I use is actually with artificials. So, for example, when I'm trying to find out where fish are staged up, say the day prior to a tournament or even a fishing charter, I'll go around and I'll sling gulp and until I start locating fish. Now, what I find, especially with redfish and snook, is if I find one, there's typically gonna be more. And what I do is I'll weedless rig, or I'll put a 3 or 4 inch gulp shrimp, new penny or pinkback, with a 1 ounce, or I'm sorry, a 1/4 ounce or a 1/8 ounce jig head. And I've been favoring right now them Berkeley jig heads. And no, guys, this is not a paid video by any means. This is just me telling you what I've been doing for the last decade that's been very effective. Now, I don't know what Gulp uses. Their proprietary smell or scent is phenomenal. It's something that has really been effective over the years. You know, their baits are not very pliable. You know, they're not a reaction bait. What they do very well is they get that scent right. And the thing is, you can't just dump ordinary plastics in their scent because it degrades them. It breaks them down over time. They either lose their color, they just break down the plastic. So whatever they've done is a proprietary blend that works and doesn't react with their particular plastics. So kudos to Berkeley and Gulp for getting that right. But I know they're a little bit more expensive, guys, but what I find is that I could catch usually 3 or 4 fish on one bait. You can't do that with shrimp and live bait, guys. So when you say it's expensive, is it really? I mean, yeah, you have you always have a potential opportunity for bait fish to tear up your gulp, but that's going to happen with any soft plastic. But anyhow, guys, so in this video, what you're going to see is me going around and what I call banging trees. So I'm just throwing the baits up underneath the bushes, inside the bushes, especially on high tide, trying to get as close to those root balls as I can, because as that tide pushes in, those fish suck way up into the trees, obviously to stay away from predators, but also so they can forage for things that are now available to them that won't be when the water's lower. So if you're looking to find fish, and keep in mind, guys, I know for a fact that I can outfish live bait, I would say 2 to 1 with gulp. No doubt about it. I've tested this a lot of times. And I think the primary reason is obviously the scent is the #1. But the second reason is I could cover a lot more area than you can with, say, live bait. So when you have your live bait out there swimming around, he may only be swimming in one vicinity. With artificials, I can fan and cover a huge distance, and therefore my hookup rates are a lot higher than what you would normally get with a typical live bait setup. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the old trusty gulp shrimp, guys. This guy right here, this is the new penny shrimp, and I'm telling you, it is deadly. Got it on a Berkeley jig head, and this is how I rig it. Have it come right out the back, push it up onto that hook keeper, and that baby ain't going anywhere. That's a pinfish. Pinfish are hitting it. Well, definitely not the targeted species. lizard fish. Hey, if you don't know and you're sleeping on these are great snook bait, and grouper love them too. Yeah, grouper love them in the bay. They never seem to like them offshore for some reason. First cast, first fish, just not the right one. Let's keep on trucking and see if we can't find some red gold. Oh man, are you serious? One of the problems with Gulp is everything loves them, pinfish included. Using the power pole move to just sneak along this bank nice and quietly, got it on a low setting. It's already a very quiet motor, but can really creep up on some of these sitting fish without spooking them. One thing our fish are accustomed to is noise in the Tampa Bay. You just got boaters running all over them. The water's very tannic, it's dirty, it's full of debris, guys. So if you are coming out here, make sure you're very aware of the floating obstacles, because let me tell you, lower units aren't cheap, especially now. I'm sure now with the ports being closed up and stuff, a lower unit would cost you about $30,000. Hey, what we got here? Oh my goodness, even the snappers like Gulp. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a minute since I caught a snapper on a Gulp. That's almost a keeper too. I think I'm gonna need a new Gulp though. He got it. Look at that. Beautiful little fish. We'll let him go, let him grow, eh? All right, back on. A gag grouper. I guess I ain't red fishing today, guys. Oh no. Little gag. Bye, baby. God, what's up with everything bleeding all over me today? It's not a monster, but it's a decent fish. I think it might be the right species. Oh yeah, little redfish. That's what we've been after. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Oh yeah. He was over here in this clean water, guys. Come here, you pretty little thing. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. Hey, guys, the Gulp. And I changed from new penny, just so you know, with this little pink back. Very effective. Look how pretty that fish is, guys. I mean, gorgeous. Got some green, real bronze, blue tail. Let's get a cool release. Guys, these are the new Gomex's fish grips I showed you. They're awesome. Give him a little, oh, that water's nice and cool. Oh, all right, pretty. He's so pretty. Bye. He's like, man, that shrimp hurt. All right, guys. Hooked up. Pulling hard too. This is on the Gulp. I'm just literally popping it along in some of these holes as this tide starts incoming. It's another good fish. Not bad anyway. Not as big as the last one though. Let's see. Let's see how she's got it. Come here, girl. Right in the corner of the mouth. Much darker fish. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm gonna get you. I mean, regardless, another beautiful fish. Look at that. Beauty. Bye-bye. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's go. So the outfit that I'm currently using is this new wave off by Okuma. And then I got the SRT Inshore Premier. And yeah, it's a good little setup. It's nice and light. Big fish, guys. Big fish. Hooked up. I'll get you set up here. Oh, it's a big black troll. That's why it was so big. Oh my goodness. Angry. Get my good old Gomex's fish grips. Alright. It's a beautiful fish. Hey. I thought he was ready. He is not ready. Oh, I think he's a little closer now. This time. Maybe not. Come on, buddy. I'll get you up here. Nope, 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 nope. Oh yeah. What a stud. Nice little black trout. He's a frisky little thing. Cool fish. Alright, I'm gonna get a release, let him go, let him grow like we do. There he goes, guys. Big fish. Man, big little fish. Alright, big dog. Come on. That's awesome. Let's go. You could buy Gulp in two different fashions. You can buy them in the package, and then you could buy them in these containers. Now, the containers actually even get larger than the one you see here. Now, what I really like is these containers. I like that the baits are completely submerged in the Gulp. Now, don't get me wrong, in the packages, they have the same yummy juice in those packages. But this completely submerges the bait, and it stays in this stuff. And again, whatever this stuff is, this is what the ticket right here as to why you're catching fish. It's the yum yum sauce. So I want my baits soaked in the yum yum sauce, and when you do that, you're going to catch a lot more fish. Now, again, I talked a little bit about the pros. Obviously, you're going to catch a lot more fish. You know, they definitely imitate whatever it is that they're trying to imitate very well. So it's a shrimp or a bait fish, so they do that very well. Some of the downsides is they're not as pliable, which I mentioned. Bait fish can chew them off, such as you know, puffer fish, and even pinfish can tear up the bait over time. But the one thing that I really don't like about Gulp, and you got to be aware of this, if you're using it, after you're done using it, if you don't take it off and put it back into the yum yum sauce, you're going to get a bait that looks like that. This is what's going to happen. And yeah, it shrivels up. It shrivels up and it gets hard. So pliability is no longer even a thing. You have to literally cut this off. I mean, it is very challenging to get off your hook. So if you leave it on, you're going to be wrestling with this thing, you're going to be cussing, and you're going to be angry. So take it off, put it in the yum yum sauce, back into the container, and you're going to be a lot happier. These are the only few downsides, guys. The cost to me is pretty comparable to all the other baits. It may be a little bit more expensive, but that's fine when I know I'm going to catch a lot more fish. And who knows, if you guys want to do a challenge, if you disagree, maybe I'll bring one of you guys in and I'll prove you wrong, and it'll be an absolute free trip, a subscriber challenge, so to speak. If you like that idea, comment below. And of course, pound that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's offensive if you're watching this and you're not subscribed. Anyway, guys, make sure you get out and vote, by the way. I'm not wearing red today, but vote red. Okay? Just vote red. Guys, we need change in this country. I'm not going to beat you up on this, but we need change, and we need drastic change. These last 4 years have been pretty brutal for a lot of business owners. I know a lot of business owners, a lot of people in general. And the direction and the trajectory of the way we're headed is not a good trajectory. We need someone that's for the people. You know, there's no perfect candidate, but even if you're a Christian, you got to go with the one that has the majority Christian belief, the one that aligns with our beliefs. So make sure you're getting out and vote. It's an important one, probably one of the most important that we'll ever have. In this video here, we're actually catching a good array of diversity. You know, what I love about Gulp is that scent does not just target redfish or snook or whatever it is. It seems like all the fish like the scent. I've caught barracuda, snook, redfish, tarpon, flounder. I mean, you pretty much name it. If it's in the bay, we've caught it on Gulp. So they all like that scent, and they all like the profiles of these baits. So grab you some 4-inch or 3-inch new penny shrimp, hook them up on a 1/4 ounce or 1/8 ounce jig head, either a Mission Fish in Berkeley or even that Z-Man. The Z-Man makes a great product as well. It's sharp hook, strong, and sling these babies under trees on an incoming tide and just keep banging trees and working around. You'll find that you catch quite a few fish. Come back to me and let me know.